In just under a year, Blueface has gone from unknown rapper to debatably the hottest new artist in the game. With his off-the-wall flow, eccentric personality, viral dance moves, and his hard-to-miss face tattoo of Benjamin Franklin, you have definitely seen the name Blueface pop up on your screen over the past couple of months. And it's not just newfound clout that Blueface has attained. He's also copped some new things to show off his success. Blueface Baby has blown some cash on a new pair of grills, a massive Benjamin Franklin chain, and while Thotiana was busting it down for Blueface in his new video with YG directed by Cole Bennet, Blueface was showing off his brand new busted down rollie that's worth around 40 grand. The guy loves to wear designer clothes, rocking Gucci, Balenciaga, and a lot of Burberry, even making sure his son is dripped out in designer. Blueface loves to drive his Mercedes sedan, and like he says on Bleed It, he's dozing off in this Benz cause I can't afford not to focus. And while he's got some Mercedes ink and chains with the company's logo, it looks like he might have recently had a little upgrade to his wheels, posing in front of a McLaren with the suicide doors. Although you might have taken Blueface as a joke at first, his lyrics are actually clever with lines like, "Mop the floor, hide the wet sign just to catch him slipping," and "Put my meat in yo cheese, bitch, I'm still nachos." After dropping tracks like Respect My Crippin' Dead Lokes and of course, telling Thotiana to bust down, he signed a deal with Cash Money West Records in 2018 and most recently picked up a bag from Fashion Nova, inking a brand new deal to rock their menswear collection. Since then, he's continued to flood the market with songs, videos, and overall entertainment. He's received co-signs from French Montana, DJ Mustard, and of course, we know that he's got a song with Drake tucked away somewhere. And whenever that comes up, we might need to make a whole new Rich Life video on Blueface because his price will definitely go up. Since Blueface blew up so fast, it's hard to tell exactly how much the dude is worth and what he's spending his money on. So in this video, we do some digging and try to find some answers for you. According to the website Famous Birth Deaths, Blueface Baby is worth $700K. The site wealthyleo.com says he's worth $375K, and bigperformer.com says around $300K. However, those numbers were prior to his recent massive success. Regardless of the actual number, we at least know that he has enough money to do this. Ouch. But with his recent purchases, cosigns, and the fact that you basically see this guy's face everywhere, we can only assume that his stock is rising pretty fast. What's going on, guys? Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this video. I know you've probably already commented by now saying, "Michael, you look a little different. Where are you, Michael? Who are you? Why are you doing this video?" Let me explain. My name is Jeremy Hecht and I'm a new host for this channel doing weekly content. I've done other Before They Were Famous videos on Comethazine, YNW Melly, and I even did Bluefaces a little while ago, so definitely check that out after you finish watching this video. I also didn't have the best lighting in that one, so I look even whiter than I do now, if that's even possible. And like we do in every Rich Life video, we'll pose a question now that you have to guess by the end of the video in the comments, and stick around to find out if you're right. Today's question is, on what day does Blueface say he stopped caring about what everyone else thought about him? But anyways, enough of me talking, let's jump into the video.
Females gonna watch this. Look at me, baby. Yeah, you see it, huh, baby, on this.
Blueface was born Jonathan Porter on January 20th, 1997 in Los Angeles, California, where he attended different schools around LA and started to get involved in the street life, joining the schoolyard Crips. But what kept him from getting into too much trouble was his talent on the football field as a high school quarterback. Blueface could actually ball, throwing a game-winning 66-yard touchdown pass and 330 yards in the opening game of his 2014 season with Arleta High School. You can even find some of his highlights and interviews on YouTube.
We just came out, we practiced real hard during the week, went over our plays, we studied hard on Huddle, watched all their film. We just came out and we executed.
His talents took him all the way to Fayetteville State University on a scholarship, but after becoming homesick and depressed, Blueface left school and his football dreams behind. After working some minimum wage jobs, including Office Depot, and growing tired of the daily grind, he realized he needed something different. He was introduced to the studio through a friend TC4800, and once he heard his voice after stepping out of the booth, the rest is history. But for more on his come up, be sure to check out the actual Before They Were Famous video on him, and also help me get to my first 1,000,000 views. All of his success led him to signing a deal with Cash Money West Records, and most recently a deal with the popular clothing brand Fashion Nova. Could he be the male Cardi B for their line that they were looking for? Although we don't know the details of those deals, we've got to assume that he's made some money based on his purchasing habits. Now let's get to the reason you're all here. What has Blueface spent his newfound riches on? Well, the evolution of Blueface's chains is well documented through his Instagram. Each piece gets increasingly more expensive and more icy. He started off by rocking a small Benz logo chain in 2017. On February 12th, you can see a smaller gold chain on top of that, and a third gold chain appears in a video on February 17th. But after the success of his first few big songs, the chains started to shine a little different. It's hard to miss the big blue Benjamin Franklin face he rocks around his neck these days.
You got a lot of chains.
Thank you.
And you might be thinking to yourself, there is no way that this man's chains are real. He's just fake flossing for the gram. Well, good inquiry, Timmy, but just to prove to you that he is no liar, Blueface decided the only way to prove his ice was real was to take a shower with his chains on. If nothing rubs off, then the ice is official. Well, good strategy, but the only problem with that idea is that Blueface was naked and accidentally showed a little bit more than his chain on his Instagram story. So he was forced to do the only logical thing you can do when multiple people have screenshots of your D. You make the cover art to your next single a picture of your meat.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
In terms of what he wears, Blueface likes his designer, rocking a lot of Burberry. He has a matching Burberry shirt with his son, who was also dripped out in Burberry shorts and Balenciaga sneakers. The Burberry hat runs anywhere between $200 and $400, and the button-up retails at $350. But it's actually the kid's jacket that costs the most out of that whole outfit, running at $590. As for the Balenciagas, those retail at $770 plus the $590 for the Burberry vintage checks that he wears. Blueface has definitely spent over a rack on his feet. And he was recently spotted in a Burberry polo sitting field side next to French Montana at the LA Rams playoff game. The polo will run you $240, but the field side seats, especially in the playoffs in LA, those could cost a bit more. Although maybe French gave him some free seats, who knows. He also loves Gucci, repping custom Gucci shoes, hats, and a Gucci bag that runs for around $2K. He might even be one of the guys Drake's talking about on Sicko Mode who will do it for a Louis belt, just because Blueface was rocking a Louis Vuitton belt that costs around $600, and it's clearly not working very well because my guy's pants are always falling down, which means that most of the time his underwear is showing. He was repping Fruit of the Loom earlier last year, and you can get a 10-pack at Target for $13, but after some clout, he seems to have converted to Ralph Lauren drawers, which will run you up a bit more at $40 for a 3-pack. He's got some gold earrings that he's rocking in the Deadlokes video, but recently he went big and got a new set of grills that are almost blinding when he smiles. And we've gotta think those cost in the thousands. Plus, he stopped by the jewelry store to cop an official Rolex worth 40 grand. Some of his fans were upset because Blueface was asking them for money on social media, right after he just spent $40K on his wrist. As for what he's driving, well, even before the fame, he was riding around in a Benz. In fact, it was that same Mercedes sedan that was involved in a highway shooting incident where someone attempting to rob Blueface was chased down in high-speed highway madness.
Breaking news at 11, a running gun battle on a busy local freeway. A Mercedes smashed, traffic backed up. Now sheriff's deputies saying road rage may have sparked it all.
He made it out after he was arrested, but it's clear that he has some love for the company by looking at his chains with Mercedes logos and even having the logo tatted on his neck. Speaking of his tattoos, he has a lot of them, which could cost some dollars. The most notable one, of course, is the hard-to-miss face tat of Benjamin Franklin, who is on the $100 bill, aka Blueface's. And it was actually on the day that he got that face tattoo that he says he stopped caring what other people thought of him. So there's the answer to your question. He posted an Insta vid with this caption: "TBT man, this the day I stopped caring about what anybody thought and started living for myself. Oh yeah, fake chains would have changed colors by now. I still got on the same chains for the haters in the comments. Dumb it." As for today, he posted a pic on Instagram in front of a McLaren. And while we're not 100% sure if it's his, these bad boys usually run you up 250K plus. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'm sure 2019 will bring a lot more purchases, but more importantly, success for Blueface. Hope you enjoyed watching the video, and be sure to let us know who we should cover next in this series. I'm Jeremy Hecht, dream good, live better, and be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jeremy_Hecht to get in your suggestions, or hit up Michael at McCruddenM. I hope you guys have one hecht of a day.